Hello everybody, you wonderful folk that you are. How are you? Today I'm talking about that again. Just another little conversation I had, and about what the purpose was and is it really working? So I'll tell you all about it on the other side. Just before I get into this, what a subject before I get into this. So somebody asked me about the animals walking around in circles, and boy, I saw some videos the other day, like zillions, birds flying around in circles, fish swimming around in circles, even little caterpillars, all walking around in circles. And then, by the way, I haven't talked to the emissaries about it, I will ask them. And then I saw in Australia this like weather front, and it was exactly the same circle. It was like somebody had taken the caterpillars and plonked them on Australia, just on a corner, like this circular thing. I thought, isn't that interesting that even the weather is going round in circles? I mean, what resonated with me, there's tons of people proposing ideas about what it is, but what really resonated with me was the magnetic shift on the earth. And somebody said the animals have to reorient themselves to the new magnetic pattern on the earth. It sounded very something I could relate to. It's like they're going round and round, getting themselves accustomed to what is, because obviously animals use the magnetism of the earth to guide them all the time, when they're migrating and things like that. So they need to, it's like, and isn't it interesting, on a computer you get a little circle that goes round and round and round and round as the computer's trying to get its shit together. Maybe the animals are just trying to get the shit together. CPU's a bit, let's get there, let's just get everything. That's it. Now I know where I am. I'm lost, I don't know where I am. Now I know where I am. Okay, so who knows, I'll ask the emissaries though, for sure. So I was talking to the emissaries about the idea of how this, and the reason I asked that is because I've seen a lot of stuff lately about what that has been doing, what's in it, really, the stuff that's in it, and so I was asking them, was it designed to stop the Great Awakening? And they said yes, absolutely, it was designed to stop the Great Awakening. The reason I asked that is because the idea of it was to take people away from being people and change them into something else. And they said the effort that they put into it was valiant. Right? These were their words. I wrote them down because I thought that's unusual that they would say that. They said the effort that they put into it was valiant. It was a valiant effort, but it was a wasteful effort. They said because we can never be cut off from spirit, because that's who we are. This here is nothing more than a vehicle. You can stop the vehicle, open the door, get out. It's still you. And that's what they were saying, was that they're trying to, I suppose, it's like trying to unblock the toilet, by going downstairs to the pipe down below. That's not, they're going at the wrong end. They're trying to do the wrong end. We are all spirit beings. That's who we are. Spirit beings having a physical experience. So they said it was a wasteful attempt, but an attempt all the same. That's that was what they had in mind. So what I've been hearing lately, and this is just kind of stuff that comes to me and it resonates, is that all of this, all that happened 2.5 years ago, all of that was very quick. It was done early. It wasn't planned for then. It was too early. But what was happening was they were seeing the Great Awakening happening. And they knew, I mean, I'm sure they've got many ways of measuring it, and they have got ways of measuring it even through, that stuff that Cliff High does, where they can analyse what people are saying. It's very clear what was happening. And I think they brought forward everything. I think the Agenda 2030, I think, used to be 2050, and they brought it forward. They pulled everything forward. And so what happened was that they pulled it forward so quickly that they didn't really have everything in place. Even though I've got, hats off to them during the Demic plan, they did a great job, and they did get the vast majority of people on board. But it ran out of gas. It ran out of gas because they didn't have everything else in place to be able to get, so all of the digital currency, all of the IDs and the green pass and all of that, they couldn't get it in. And that was supposed to be the flow of like, do this, get that in, everybody's under control. And so everything was rushed. That's what it was. Just as all of this was rushed. Everything was rushed. And so I think, maybe they didn't have time, just my feel, maybe they didn't have time to perfect it so that there wouldn't be so much side effects, maybe that, because that is also what's going to wake people up. Also, they did it really well, but they didn't cover the backs very well. And so all the lies that they told, everything is now being brought out. You see, that shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't all be here now going, "Wah!" It should never have happened. What should have happened was having everybody subdued. Everybody, like in the state of China. In the state of China? The country of China. Having everybody subdued. Even them, they're not subdued anymore. They're really pissed off. So it's kind of like everything was too quick. The Agenda 2030, too quick. Trying to do too many things. Too many things at once. And it's so overwhelming that it's overwhelming people in the waking up. Yeah? So, but the idea was that this was designed to cut us off from our connection. And yet, it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. And so I said to them, if loads and loads of people have had this, will that stop the Great Awakening? And they said, no. The Great Awakening is happening because of it. So it's almost like, the whole event happened so that people would wake up. Even though the baddies didn't know that. It's like, the whole plan, the macro plan is, that's all going to happen, all the people are going to wake up, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and paradise is upon us. So that, I've said this for a while, that the baddies are doing a better job at waking people up than the goodies. And I think that's designed. I think it's part of the design, it's part of the plan. The question is, how much is planned? How much of what's happening is preordained? Wow. So I know the emissaries have dealt with this question, the difference between destiny and fate. But how much is actually planned? How much of this are we just living through because the idea is that we get the experience from living through it? Like a game, a PlayStation game. There are lots and lots of different options in the game, but the whole game's rewritten. The whole game's written beforehand. You can't jump outside of that game. And so maybe that's the way it is, with the Akashic records. Every possibility is written in there, but it's all written. And so you get the idea of having free choice, when in fact free choice, as long as you choose the options that are available. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know whether that's the case. I mean, is that really free will? Is the free will the choice of actually coming down here and living this, knowing that it's going to be fucking tough? Yeah? Is that the free will aspect of it? You know, this is a free will planet because everybody who comes here chooses to come here. Is that why it's a free will planet? I don't know. So, there you are, just my rambling thoughts. I love you all. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for supporting this channel. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.